Hello everyone, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. Last episode we added this multi-block sifting machine. We also finally got our vacuum freezer up and running. And we batch crafted a whole lot of HV circuits to make quite a number of HV machines here. So at the end of the episode yesterday we were working on our distillation tower, which is going to be the next step for this fermented biomass we're producing in the pyrolyze oven. But I was digging a lot through NEI here, and I think we've had a slight change of plan. The pyrolyze oven isn't going to go to waste, we definitely still need that set up, but we're going to pause the continuation of that thing for a while. And the reason for that is space travel. Landing on the moon is going to be our next major goal of this pack, and to do that of course we have to build a rocket, which is going to take a lot of heavy duty plating, along with something called industrial TNT, which takes nitration mixture and gelled toluene. And it's this toluene that is the problem here. There's really only one way to get this, and that is from the products of oil. So instead of running fermented biomass through the distillation tower, we're going to actually be running severely steam cracked heavy fuel, which is going to give us 11 different outputs now instead of 7. But switching gears like this means we now need 2 distillation towers and something called an oil cracker, ideally. And all of these multi-blocks are going to take stainless steel. We calculated 470 stainless steel, but it's going to be a lot higher than that now that we need more multi-blocks. So I have been trying to produce more between episodes. All of the redstone that we found last episode should now be processed in one of these chests. Yeah, here we go. I think I'm going to centrifuge all of this for the ruby. Okay guys, we are close, we're close. We have 32 here for the first one, we are short 49 casings for the second one, we already have 32. And the oil cracker takes 20, which we have here. So when I say we're close, we're short 392 ingots of stainless steel. Plus probably a bit more for the combustion generators and things to power this. But I mean, this centrifuge is going to take a while with the ruby dust. So the thing we're actually short on to mix more stainless steel is actually the iron. We have 55 chrome here from all the ruby, plus we still have like 10 stacks in the macerator ready to go. But yeah, reminder on the recipe for stainless steel, we need 6 iron dust per, plus nickel, manganese and chrome. So this really eats through the iron. However, our miner that we placed down here for gold, or on a magnetite vein last episode, should now fix that problem. Oh yeah, look at all that magnetite. All of this stuff is iron and gold, which we need. Oh, we have way too much redstone. Look at this. All the chests are full everywhere. But yeah, I think we've established we're going to have enough stainless dust. It's all really about getting it all through the blast furnace now. And the most efficient way to do that is with oxygen. It takes the recipe cost from 85 seconds down to 60. However, the other upgrade we can do to speed this up, I mean, it might slow us down, but, well, I don't know, it's hard to judge, but we can actually upgrade our Blast Furnace Coil blocks. So by upgrading the coil blocks from Canthal, we actually get an upgraded overclock on the blast furnace recipe, which applies every 900 or 1800k above the recipe heat requirements. So stainless steel requires 1700 heat, and by upgrading to Nichrome, we get access to 3601 Kelvin. So effectively we're double overclocking the blast furnace, so I think it's going to be worth it, even though it does cost us some chrome. But I mean, nickel we are absolutely swimming in, so nickel is no problem. We got like 20 stacks of this stuff. So yeah, we'll start mixing up some nichrome. The only problem is I didn't actually check the recipe on the nichrome itself. 219 seconds per ingot. Well, I was going to do double blast furnaces, but if it takes this long, I think we'll just be doing one blast furnace. It may be quicker just to smelt the stainless as is. Oh, and not only that, not only the nichrome, we also need an ingot of molten canthal for every nichrome coil block, which again is more chrome. So yeah, we'll see if this is viable or not. I'm going to do some calculations and take a little stock of our materials, and then I'll decide what we want to do here. Alright, so it's about 4 hours later. I started to do some digging here. However, we have run into a slight issue. So in terms of the nichrome, we have that cooking in this blast furnace here. We've got about a stack to go. It's going to take about 8 hours in total, so yeah, about halfway there. And this other one I've just loaded with the stainless steel. Look how much dust we were able to get, and I think there's still some more in the mixer there. But this is still not quite enough. However, we do have a second issue, and that is the pollution levels here. If we, especially in this chunk actually, about 20 minutes ago it was like over 1.5 million. And when it's that high, yeah, look at this. We get blindness for 20 seconds. And we get poisoned when we're here. So we have to do something about this. I did already switch the muffler hatches on the boilers from LV to HV, which should help to fix our problems a little bit, but I would like to pick up some more upgrades in the form of the Nano Suit. Some of you guys pointed out we're not actually wearing any armor, which is a good point. So the Nano Suit will give us full Hazmat Protection. So to make this armor, it's actually not too bad. It does require a few HV circuits, but we do have to start with the carbon set, which is basically just carbon and polyethylene. And we don't have a compressor, so I'm going to borrow this one for the plant mass. We make raw carbon mesh into carbon plates, and with the carbon plates we can start to assemble the first piece of the armor. So circuit 5 is going to give us the helmet, circuit 8 is the chest plate. If I was to guess it's circuit 7, yeah. Circuit 7 is the leggings, and circuit 4 for the boots. Alright, so now we have to upgrade this set in the assembler with a nano crystal, and some redstone, but that's easy. Each one of these nano crystals is going to take an energy crystal, which takes molten energetic alloy, along with energium dust. But let's start with the energetic alloy. Why is there a piece of string in the air? I bet that was that zombie last episode. So this energetic alloy was unlocked in the HV tab here for Ender IO, and there's actually two reasons today why we need this. The second reason we'll go over later on, but the first reason of course is for the armor, and we need to mix this. It's going to be another mixer recipe. We need black steel, gold and conductive iron. So starting with the conductive iron, we need coal, redstone and silicon to make our redstone alloy dust. Mix that with some silver and iron to give conductive iron. And the conductive we mix with gold and black steel, which apparently we had from somewhere. I don't remember making this black steel. Well, either way, this is going to give us way more than enough energetic alloy for our needs. Which actually, is this a blast furnace recipe? It is a blast furnace recipe. 160 seconds per ingot. Well, we don't need that much of it, do we? Okay, that's going to go through the blast furnace. We'll pause the nichrome for now. We have 60 ingots left before we can upgrade the coils. But I noticed there is also an extra functionality on the helmet here, which actually can give us night vision. This is going to be a lot of craft. Yeah, this is where the HV circuits come in. Some more stainless to sacrifice, but the worst part is these heat exchangers. Look at this. So these are the advanced, then it takes components, reactors, and then heat exchangers. Alright, after a quick trip to the Twilight Forest and some crafting, we can pick up our 2 sensor lenses, which cost us 4 HV circuits here. And we'll also pick up 2 advanced heat exchangers, which is another 4 HV circuits here. And our quest. Oh, inventory, please. There's way too many components. Let me sort this out. Okay, and with that we can pick up the night vision goggles. Maybe? Doesn't let me shift click, apparently. I think it was like this. Oh, the rings go in the middle. I think this is it. Yeah, there we go. So once again, this is Gregtech New Horizons. Nothing is ever as simple as it first may seem. We are currently just mixing up some ruby and redstone, which is for the energium dust. This is what we mix with our energetic alloy, which should actually be finished by now in the blast furnace. Excuse me, skeleton. That guy was tanky. All the more reason we need armor around here. Yeah, so 9 energium and our molten energetic alloy should give us the energy crystals. I believe these energy crystals can actually be used as the HV batteries, and they can store 1 million EU, which is actually not as good as the batteries we have in our battery buffer here. I think these are 1.6 million for large lithiums. So yeah, we got the energy crystals. This is where we run into some issues though. What I didn't realize here is to make these into the nano crystals, we need an HV precision laser engraver. And the one we have in the clean room here is only MV. And to make this laser engraver, we need to do a few more quests in HV. We basically need the emitter and the sensor. Yeah, this is a rabbit hole I did not expect to have to jump down, but let's do it. So we need our HV chemical reactor, which we crafted last episode. This is, I think, the first time we're actually using it. It is missing a muffler upgrade though. Let's fix that. So with this we can make our eyes of Ender. I hope we only need 2 because we only have 2 blaze rods. These 2 items are also going to cost us another 3 HV circuits, so I'm so glad we made so many of these last episode. Wait, look at more string around the base. What is going on here? I mean, free string, but still. And we'll need some chrome rods, which again had to be run through the blast furnace. Only another 85 seconds per, so you know. This is all the more reason we have to upgrade these blast furnaces. I think we'll be reworking that whole area pretty soon actually. I kind of want to remove the steam turbines by now, or the steam boilers. But yeah, with the chrome and the ender eye, we can pick up the HV emitter and also the sensor. You're gonna hate this again. Now I'm having some fun here. And with this, we can spend more 3 HV circuits for this, really. And we get our laser engraver, which should really go into the clean room, but for this specific recipe, we don't need it in the clean room. Plus, the clean room there only inputs MV energy, so we'll have to address that when we need to use this later on. Second to last step for the armor, we combine ender pearl lenses with our energy crystals. I say this every time, this machine is so cool, look at this thing. We pick up our next few quests, and we can combine all of the armor here. We'll need our molten redstone. And we're off, we're crafting the nano suit, nice. Oh, check this out, we got an enchanted loot bag here from the night vision goggles. Or an extra nano crystal. I think we're going to take the enchanted one. Has fortune 3 on this loot bag, so if this gives us redstone torches, then it's a conspiracy. Aurelia seeds. Is that gold? I guess that is gold, and some transistors. Yeah, we should look at our crops again. I've kind of been neglecting that side of the game, but yeah, the tech side is just so fun. Anyways, I think our nano suit is done. We're just missing the boots here. The nano suit. Oh yeah. This is one of the best looking sets in the game. Look at this. Oh, that is so awesome. And the mouth and the skin fits perfectly on this as well. There is an upgrade path for this armor, but yeah, we don't have access to the higher tier materials. Although I did notice we get an extra 3 fortune 3 loot bags. Let's do this. More seeds, we got blaze reed, wow. Some more polytetrafluoroethylene, transfer nodes, blue steel. Not bad, not bad. Well, once again, it's been many hours later. I've been doing some digging again, and also some building onto this roof, as you can see. This, of course, is all still a work in progress, but I think it's coming along quite nicely. I decided to do something quite unique here. I wanted to have something that split up the room, but not necessarily a flat wall, so I went with this sort of, I don't know, arches design, I guess you could say. And we got it extending all the way up to the roof here, which I wanted to add some height variation to. I think this is not a bad start, to be honest. I do want to incorporate the anti-blocks that we tried on stream though. But yeah, this took me a long time to dig all this out. It was relaxing though, I just listened to some music and yeah, just had a bit of fun in here. But I was waiting for the blast furnaces. Another thing I actually done here was, well, first of all, cover this for the rain. And second of all, switch from steam on our second blast furnace here. I don't know what made me look inside these water tanks, but these things were empty. And remember, if these boilers ever run empty on water, they will explode, so I kind of panicked a little bit. So we're now running diesel on both of the blast furnaces here, but the last of the nichrome should be in this vacuum freezer, which allows us to complete the set of nichrome coil blocks for the blast furnace. I did count correctly, right? Yeah, it's 8 pair and we need 16 coils. And another quest for today, awesome. Alright, let's let this blast furnace finish with the stainless. These things are so durable, why did they take so long to break? Although I think I prefer the colour of the canthal, to be perfectly honest. So just for comparison, previously stainless steel took 60 seconds per ingot, assuming we add oxygen here. And with the new coils, it takes... Wait, still 60 seconds? Wait, wait, am I missing something here? Does this have oxygen? Have I just completely misread the quest? Don't worry guys, I know what I'm doing. This is okay, this is no problem. There is 2 reasons why we wanted to switch the coils out today. The oil cracker also takes coil blocks. Saved. Look at this, yeah. The oil cracking unit requires 16 Cupronickel coils, which we now have. So now we just have to gather the rest of these stainless casings, which should be doable now that we have our stainless. And we even have some stainless to spare with all of the casings that we need for all 3 of our multi-blocks. I guess the coils go here. We do also need the controller blocks, of course. So we need the oil cracking controller multi-block. Oh, which actually takes another 4 Cupronickel coils. I didn't see this before. Cupronickel is easy though, and we have tons and tons of mica. And the oil cracking unit only takes HV circuits, unlike the other two. No quest though. Oh, it wants the input and output hatches at HV tier. Well, I did craft up LV ones, which I guess we can use somewhere else, or just disassemble them, I suppose. So the other things I can think about at the moment that we need for this setup is a chemical reactor, and also a centrifuge. And of course the correct input hatches for the multi-blocks, which I think completes our checklist, although it's very, very likely I've missed something once we start building this. So I was thinking that all these multi-blocks we would set up over here, which is why I built the roof above this place. But I was just double checking the recipes in NEI, and I realised that there is a requirement for quite a large amount of steam, which probably means we should build it fairly close to these boilers. And these things will probably go within the next few episodes, but there is still the requirement for steam for the setup. Only we don't have a roof above here, so if it rains, then, well, we got a disaster. So for now, we'll just glass roof this place. Wait a second, this is the one you can pick up without silk touch, right? Yeah. Okay, I think I got the first basic layout of this thing. Let's just make sure we're not on a junk boundary. Okay, so the first distillation tower is going to take its input from right to left, and we're going to start with the centrifuge. This is going to be for oil sands, which will give us heavy oil, and that is going to be placed in the input hatch of this thing. I believe on the distillation tower the output bus has to be on the bottom side, followed by the amount of output hatches you want to have. I hate this time of day. I feel like I sleep every 2 minutes. It's necessary though. Yeah, so this is the recipe we'll be running in this distillation tower. And the first fluid output, conveniently, sulfuric heavy fuel, is the one we want to worry about right now. The rest we can deal with later on. So this has to be a total of 4 high, or well, 5 tall including the base. We will need a maintenance hatch for this, which can go here. We need the controller block, which we're still to craft, and we also need the energy hatch, which we'll come back to. The rest just has to be these clean stainless steel casings. Alright, that's multi-block number 1. The next space here is for a chemical reactor. The reason I've left so much space here is because we eventually want to switch this out with the multi-block, a large chemical reactor. So after we distill the heavy oil in the distillation tower, it's going to give us sulfuric heavy fuel, which then has to go through the chemical reactor with hydrogen gas. So then from the chemical reactor, we want to take our heavy fuel and send that into the oil cracking unit, which I've never actually played with before, so this is going to be interesting. And if I read the quest correctly, we need to... it's a 5x3x3? I think so. I think it's this sort of a shape. So we take our input on the side here, which will be for the heavy oil. We also need another input here for steam, which I think has to be in the middle casings, and then output hatch on the left-hand side. It's a bit strange that we're going right to left here, but we're going to roll with it. Maintenance hatch in the front. So we are running this recipe here with program circuit 3, 1000 litres of steam, 1000 litres of heavy oil, gives severely steam cracked heavy fuel, which then goes into the mega distillation tower to give us 12 different outputs here. This is feeling like I've miscounted now that I'm getting this high up. And we're going to actually stagger the output buses here, just to make it a bit easier to deal with the piping that we have to do out of this thing. Let's see if we have enough casings. 9 left, is that going to be enough? We are too short here. How did we end up too short? I must have miscounted. Actually, wait a second, we're only 1 short here. We are missing a maintenance hatch on this one. That's not where I wanted. That's not where I wanted that casing. There. 1 more. So as you can notice here, there's a few parts for these multi-blocks we're missing. Told you I'd forgotten about something. First one being an output bus for the solid output that we get from this distillation tower, which I believe is a tiny pile of carbon. Yeah. Also the distillation controller multi-blocks themselves, which do take our workstation EV circuits. We need a total of 8 for this, which leaves us with 5. I don't think this is going to be enough for us to get to space with. You smell like a distillery. Those go here and here. We should get a multi-block on at least one of these things. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we've got a distillation tower here. Actually, no we don't. We're missing... yeah, this is the final piece we're missing here, is the energy hatch. So these other 2 ones can be run at MV. Oh, wait a sec, we're missing something on this one as well. We don't have a full multi-block here. Incomplete structure. Oh, there's a casing missing on the bottom. So we were actually 2 clean stainless off. Let me make another one. I think we've still got some more stainless cooking here though. So yeah, the energy hatch. We have to have at least HV power running through this distillation tower for the heavy oil. And the energy hatch at HV is not something we've made before, since it requires the clean room, the vacuum freezer, and new coil blocks, all of which we should now have. Low power ICs, do we have those? We have ultra low power, which I guess is a different thing. How do we make the low power? Oh, just a yellow garnet lens with some wafers? Yeah, that's doable. Oh, we got an Enderman head from that thing. I think we actually... Oh yeah, we can make powered spawners with these. Huh. Yellow garnet lens. And some wafers in the laser engraver. 2 more HV pumps. Actually, it was just 1 pump, but we do need 2 of these high voltage coils, which is the second reason today why we need energetic alloy. So the trickiest part of this energy hatch is actually going to be this coolant cell. We can either do NAC coolant or HE coolant, which is helium. The helium I don't think at the moment is the easiest way to go. We don't have any access to things like endstone dust, which should be an easy way to get this. So I think a better option for us right now is the NAC coolant, which needs sodium potassium. The sodium we have plenty of, but the potassium here we are just electrolyzing some lepidolite, which also gives us fluorine. We're going to need fluorine in the near future actually, so we're definitely going to save this thing. Though it's probably not appropriate to store it in a super tank. Then we can up the coolant and run it through the vacuum freezer. And I was about to say we can assemble that into our energy hatch. However, we have another problem. This requires an HV cutting machine. Of course it does, right? Wait, didn't we craft... No, we didn't craft an HV machine, did we? No, our only cutting machine is in there, and that is MV through there. Okay, game, do we have all the materials? Some gold cable? I think I was just coating some of that in here. 1 HV cutting machine, there we go. And again, this is probably something we'll move to the clean room when we eventually need it in there. But I don't think this recipe requires it to be in the clean room. Finally, the energy hatch, which is going to go right here. Should complete the multi-block. Just the maintenance to do on this thing. But not only this, we do need generators for all these. So we did have the spare basic combustion generator. I can't remember where I got that thing from. But we do need another 2 MV combustions, 1 more basic, and 1 HV. Yep, the crafting don't stop, ever. So much crafting to do. We should have a bunch of machine hulls though ready to go. And in fact, we could just disassemble these ones, the advanced steam turbines. These are made in a similar way to the combustion ones, which would give us a lot of the materials back. Yeah, I like that idea. Free resources, look at that. Alright, after some crafting, 1 more turbo, 1 more basic, and 2 more MVs. We do also have to run a fuel line along for this thing. And I do want to keep it similar to the other side, so I think this one for the pyrolyzed oven has it underneath here. So I think we'll just extend from this path and go all the way across. Oh, this is going to be a long fluid pipe, and we've got all the connections to limit as well. Yeah, I especially want to make sure that we limit this to 1-way flow rate. I'll see you in an hour. There is no way I made just enough pipe again, did I? That's 2 episodes in a row. Nice, I think everything is hooked up now. So now we should be in business, right? We just have to do some maintenance here. Okay, we fixed the problems on the first one. The oil cracking unit has many issues we need to address. And finally, our distillation tower number 2 should be running perfectly so long as we give it the inputs, which is our next order of business here. So I've hooked up a little drawer here for the input of oil sands ore. We have a conveyor on the top to pull the oil sands in. This will also give us a sand byproduct, which I guess we can just send off to the right hand side. And that will also need a conveyor to export. This will automatically send the fluid to the left and into the distillation tower. Now we just connect the 2 pipes at the source here of fuel. And if all of the connections on here are right, then we should see this thing fire up. Oh, we have animation. Nice. Everything is getting fuel. Oh, that's so satisfying. Okay, I missed this combustion generator on the end here. That's not a problem. Actually, it is a problem because we crafted just enough potent pipe, didn't we? And we have power here. Okay, hopefully this distillation tower turns itself on once it receives the fluid. We may need to whack this thing. Ah, we have the achievement. Nice. And it's a 1-second recipe, so this thing is going to be blazing fast. We should be careful though, as if any of these output buses end up full, it will just void the items. And actually, I just had a realization that this output bus was supposed to be on the other one. Yeah, we didn't actually need to craft that one up. There's no reason for us to have this one here. Anyways, this gives us sulfuric heavy fuel, light fuel, sulfuric naphtha, and sulfuric gas. The rest we're going to worry about next episode, but right now the heavy fuel is going to be sent into the chemical reactor, where we have to mix with hydrogen, and we are absolutely swimming in hydrogen. Look at this. That's going to go very quickly though. So yeah, we'll have to figure out a source of hydrogen for this thing, but for now we just input manually. Circuit number 4. Not circuit number 4? Oh, we just don't have enough heavy fuel here. I think it's 8,000 for this recipe. Yep, there we go. Let's turn this back off. Then the heavy fuel will be sent into this input hatch. We'll also have to deal with the hydrogen sulfide, but that's a problem for tomorrow. Into the oil cracker, and I think we may need a program circuit for this recipe actually. Yeah, we need circuit 1 it looks like. Or no, circuit 3 along with our steam. And we are missing an input bus for this thing. So actually maybe we weren't clean stainless off. I don't know anymore. Yeah, we put our circuit 3 in this input bus. Wait, incomplete structure. Maybe we can put it here. Maybe it has to go on the sides. Oh, apparently we placed the circuit in the controller block here. I don't know why this is different, but let's try this out. Aha, this also has to be HV. I didn't see this. Look, all the other ones are MV. Well, not all the other ones. I only paid attention to this one here. Which is if you want to hydro crack it. But since we're steam cracking it, we need HV. Quest book is coming in huge though. Look at this. We get a free energy input hatch at HV. I'll take that. All I need to do is switch out this combustion generator with HV though. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Aha, we have green lights. Okay, is there stuff in the output? We have severely steam cracked heavy fuel, nice. Okay, this is going to be distilled again. One more fluid pipe in between. And whack it with the mallet. Here we go. So this is going to give us the huge amount of outputs from this thing. Light fuel, naphtha, toluene, benzene, butene, butadiene, propane, I think the next one is propene. Yep, ethane, ethylene, and finally, methane gas. We've done it. We did it. We got our double distillation tower and the oil cracking unit. We still need our large chemical reactor for this setup and to deal with all the byproducts and things, but yeah, that is going to be a project for tomorrow. This took so long to do this, so much crafting. So I think we're going to wrap things up here. Let me know what you think about this base design actually. I'm still not entirely sure what we're going to do with this place really, but... So yeah, we're going to finish off here. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all soon for some more Gregtech New Horizons.